Okay.
Yeah, just wait a moment. The server is going to connect, in Dynamics 365 environment.
Okay.
Okay. So let me open. Yeah, before going to start, can you introduce about your academic at this moment, what you are doing, so that I can have some little bit understanding and we can
Okay.
plan.
Okay. So my name is Aziz. As you know, I'm an accountant. I have MBA in accounting, and uh, I'm, I'm I actually learned QuickBooks. You may know QuickBooks. This is such a program, and about Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Operations, I don't know. And my background is accounting, but IT part I have to learn since my work will be related, and I will be ERP analyst. ERP analyst may do this work on Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Operations. And so that's why I do need this course. I have to know. So what else?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, data migration, such kind of activities I may do. I will work as a finance and operations consultant as well.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So right, what is the asset, liability, equity, revenue, and expenditure, balance
Yes,
sheet, profit and loss account, when
yeah,
it will be debit, when it will be the credit.
yeah, debit credit. Yeah, I know. As I'm an accountant, I know.
Okay, okay, excellent. Because if you don't know, then I will teach, about the accounting as well, like, right, asset and equity, sorry, asset and expenses, it will propose, always debit. It means it is increasing. When it is going into the credit, it is going to, decreasing, those values.
Mm.
Example, when you are receiving the payment, generally the bank account will be debit, customer account, it will be credit. It means bank account balance is increasing. When you are
Yes,
going to make the payment, at the time your vendor account is a debit, bank account is credit. It means the bank balance is reducing.
yes.
So that and all are no. Generally, some of the people will come from their uh, education background, might be some science and technology. So those people
Mm,
know we need to understand their capabilities so that we can plan it.
mm, 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 mm. As for me, I understand whenever we buy some inventories, our debit increases, and if
Mm.
we pay by bank account will be decreased. And what else? If we pay to vendor, our uh, okay vendor, our bank account will decrease, and debit will be some inventory or some whatever we bought service or something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now let me introduce about me. I have a total 13 years of work experience as a consultant. I started my career with Axapta 2009. I worked in AX 2012. Now I'm working in Microsoft Dynamics 365, finance and operation. I'm working professional and part-time I used to do training for Dynamics Global Edge IT solutions.
Oh, perfect. That's good.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So today we are going to discuss about, you are more interested into the finance module, right?
Sorry.
You are looking for training on finance, right? FNO.
Yeah, finance, of course, finance. Yes, you are right.
Yeah.
You're total.
So I will tell you what are all the course content is going to cover in our application. First, we'll start with organization administration. When you are going to create a legal entity, we used to call it as a company. What are all the parameters we need to check? How to create a legal entity, how to update legal entity code, how to select a country, because this Microsoft Dynamics 365 will support multi-language, multi-currency, multi-localization functionality, and multiple companies.
I see. Oh, that's great. I see.
Okay. So if
Okay.
you are working for America, at the time of, if you select legal entity as country selection as a USA, then whatever it is required in their local specifications, like their sales tax, their 1099 taxation, their federal tax, those mechanism automatically will enable it.
That's good. Based on the country, that what country you choose, it's automatically their rules will be enabled.
Exactly right. Because let us take an example. I'm currently into one of the legal entity. And if you can go to there, some of the fields, it is an blank. You can see this one. This field is grayed out. We cannot enter any information. This field is grayed out. We cannot enter any information because this field is intended for United Kingdom. This field is intended for Brazil. This field is intended for France.
Yeah.
This field is intended for Canada.
Yes.
Okay. If you can select Canada while creating a legal entity, this field will be enabled so that we can enter the data.
That's great. It will not let you to make mistake actually.
Yeah, right. Exactly, you're right. Even if you are trying to do that, the system will not allow it. This is about the initial capital. When we are starting a business, what is the initial capital? So generally, irrespective of the country, that is the common, you can enter it on here. Here you can see this one. I just entered the 10 millions. So it is updated and it is accepted as well. And suppose I'm not familiar in English and I would like to switch from English to some other Arabic language. Just give me a moment.
There is settings, man.
Yeah. Suppose I'm not comfortable to use in English. If I want to switch, only user specific, not for entire users, I can go to my settings and here you can find an option called language. Here you can change language and then in this drop down, let us say I would like to select Arabic UAE. I can simply apply it, save it, and simply click on refresh so that the system will get translated everything into the Arabic language.
Yeah,
It means it support multi-language. Here you can see
it.
this.
I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, how can you find English then?
Again, we need to go back. Settings.
Okay.
Because some of the, especially software industry, they used to make it some icons. By seeing an icons only we can identify. If there is no icon, even for me also very difficult. I don't know Arabic where I need to click and save.
Yeah, I think there's Arabic. You have to change English.
So English, again in English, we have a different, you can select
Yeah,
English India, English UK, English US. So which
yeah.
one you would like to select? You can simply select and you can simply click on save and
See,
again refresh.
yeah, got it.
So that this software will support multi-language. And
Yeah.
generally multinational companies used to have so many legal entities. Let us take
Mm.
Microsoft. Microsoft, they are doing almost 194 countries that are doing the business. And for each countries, they used to have so many companies. In India itself, Microsoft have been registered total 9 companies.
Uh,
Okay, to do
how many
business operation, 9 companies.
9 companies use my
Yeah, right.
Microsoft.
Because when organization is running, they used to have so many objectives. Especially, let us take an example. If you are going to invest an amount on the research and development, so that the whatever you are going to spend, that amount is going to know you can claim that amount. So that the companies used to making information separate legal entities. And some of the companies will be created specifically for outsourcing. I mean, if you take an option like if you are going to provide the service to the US, so in US, their salaries is very expensive. What they used to do that, they used to recruit their employees in India and they used to provide the services from India. So at the
Yeah.
time, for that, they used to create one specific legal entity. So let me show you how many entities in India that have been registered in Microsoft. Let us take if you would like to see that. If you want to see, you can go to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and then there you can find MCA services, and then you can find an option called LLC services or Masters Data View in companies. Once if you click on it, and then we can enter the no name. Let us say I would like to enter Microsoft. Okay. And then you can simply click on search. Here you can see this one. So
Yeah.
Microsoft Computers Private Limited, Microsoft Corporation, Microsoft Global Service Center, Microsoft India R&D, Microsoft Marketing and Service, Microsoft Mobile India, Microsoft Research, Microsoft Technologies, Microsoft Telecom. Like it is created total 9 companies.
Yeah, total 9. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, and this Microsoft, if you can see entire global, in entire global, there might be 300 or 400 entities, it will be there.
I see.
Because
Global.
in India, it's, yeah, it may at least, I think it will be no most more than 200 companies, it will be there in entire global. Because for each and every country, they used to have an office, right?
Yeah.
And this software will support multi-currency as well. Multi-currency in the sense, when they are doing a business in India, as per Indian government rules and regulation, they must have to record all their business in Indian rupees. Because India, it has rules and regulation and statutory law. And when they want to report, because the Microsoft is US based organization, they should have to report in US government, they should have to report to the US government in entire global business operations. When Indian companies is going to report, their financial report in Indian rupees, US government will not accept. As per US government rules and regulation, their balance sheet, it must be in US dollars.
Yes, dollars, yeah.
So in that case, one transaction, we want to maintain 2 currency. One is accounting currency as per Indian government rules and regulation. and one more currency for US government, which is an US dollar
Yes. For reporting. Yeah.
for reporting. So you can maintain accounting currency and reporting currency. And if you can receive any other currency, like if you receive an invoice from Dubai or from Singapore or from Australia, even though you can record those invoices within this application.
Nice.
Okay. So you can
Good.
see this one. These are all, list of the entities in this drop down. You can create as many as legal entity you are having. So you can see this one, Idea Limited, Dynamics Global Edge, Contoso Entertainment, Said, Deepak and Co. Company, Contoso Entertainment System, Dynamics Global Edge, Dhanalakshmi Enterprises, Contoso Retail, Contoso Consulting, Contoso Robotic, Contoso Consulting, Contoso Group. Like you can create, as many legal entity as you have.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever you want to switch, simply select, legal entity.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned QuickBooks. It's different. For QuickBooks, you can only create one for one company, one application. I mean, for one company, one software. But here is in one, you can add many entities.
Yeah, right. And this software, you can make the consolidated financial report as well. If you're having 100 companies, and if you want to make it one financial report for all the consolidated entities, you can do that.
Okay, combined reporting.
Yeah, right. Reliance Industries Limited? Have you heard?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah, right. Let us take Microsoft. Microsoft, in India itself, 9 companies they're having. But when you go and see their financial report, they used to show only one company name, that is Microsoft Corporations. When they are going to making a financial report, they used to make it consolidated in entire global companies and will make it one financial report. Okay, this software will support intercompany transactions as well. And it will support to generate the consolidated financial reporting as well. Okay. Now let's go to what are the contents we are going to discuss. That is about the organization administration. In general ledger, we will discuss what is the currency, which currency you want to record the transaction, how your currency rounding rule you want to update. If you want to maintain your currency symbol, how you can able to maintain, how you can do the rounding up, rounding down, or normal, how you can able to do that. How many digits you want to maintain for your currency, we will discuss. At the same time, when you are having multiple currencies, you need to provide exchange rates. Then only the system will accept to record multi-transactional, multi-currency transactionals. How to update, we'll discuss. And periods and physical use setup. When we are making a financial report, we used to have a financial year, like if it is in India, 1st April to 31st March. If it is in US, 1st January to 31st December. So as per the government rules and regulation, we should have to prepare a financial report. So that how to create physical year, how we can able to link to the legal entity. Financial dimensions. When you are going to recording a transaction, you can track in detail transaction like business unit wise, cost center wise, department wise, location wise, product level, sub product level. You can able to generate in detail. Suppose I want to know the department finance, what is the total expenditure. At the time of the transaction, if you can select, whenever you want to have each department level, you can able to generate the report as well. So for that, how to create the financial dimension, how that financial dimensions will help you, your financial reporting level, we'll discuss. And when you are having a multiple financial dimensions, for reporting purpose may not require all dimensions at a time. For each department, it is required different purpose. For each cost center wise, it has the different purpose. So at the time, how you can able to configure your financial dimensions as a sets, and then date intervals. when you are going to generate a financial report or any other kind of reports, let us take if I want to generate for current month. What is the current month? 1st April to 30th April 2024, I have to select. If you can create these date intervals as a codes directly now, instead of going to select from and to date, the system will get updated dynamically. Okay. If you would like to see, yeah, those dynamic date intervals. Today I'm giving the demo. Okay.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow onwards we can start classes. Okay. Let us take in the general ledger module. I'm going to generate a trial balance. I am going to show you an example. In this trial balance, whenever I select, they can find.
That I know. Interval.
Yeah, there you can see this one. What is the date? There it is, 22. Okay, March 22, 24, and March 22, 2024. But I want to generate my current month. Okay, you can see this one. The system will get update automatically. You can see this one. You can see 1/4/2024, 30/4/2024. System will get updated dynamically.
Only for April.
Yeah, right. That is a date interval. You can create current period or current Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. According to the client requirement, you can create all those. Okay. This is about the ledger region codes. Region codes means when you want to provide background of the transaction, you can create those reference like adjustment entry. If you are going to reverse a transaction due to the clerical mistakes and all, you can use the concept called region codes. While posting a transaction, you can able to select. Once if you can select, so that the system automatically will get update the background of the transaction. And if anyone want to know that, they can able to check it by going through the region codes on here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can you show me reason codes in the Dynamics in order
to
sure. Understand?
Sorry, Reddy, disturbing you. Hi, Ajij.
Yes. Hi, Mr. Raja.
How are you? Yeah.
Thank you. Well.
Okay. Okay. Are you able to connect your system? Might be yesterday you shown me LCS warning.
Oh no. No, we are just we are working on his system, and he shared his screen, and I'm just watching the lesson and just learning. We didn't try even yesterday.
Yeah, good. Very good to know. Okay, no problem. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just little bit of urgency. I have to rush to office. You carry an Ajit. Just ping me if you have any.
I see. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Raju.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Here you can see this one. You can create your region codes like check return if you are going to know reversing check payment. So generally when we used to do the check reversal, if check was returned due to the insufficient balance or due to the what you mean to say any wrong information with that, okay, or due to the rejection of the payment, we used to do reversal that one, right?
Yes.
So if you can select this option as check return unknown, if you don't know the reason, you can select. And when auditors is doing an audit, so they came to know that, oh, why this check was written? Oh, this check was written due to the check was written. And that reason is unknown, but because of there was issue with that, and the check it has came back. Due to that, they have updated this reason code. Or if you're going to post an adjustment entry, you can select adjustment entry. Like you can create while posting a transaction, you can able to select it.
While posting transaction, you choose this one, yes?
Yeah, right. It is an optional. This is not a mandatory. we do have some of the options, whether you want to select mandatorily or whether you want to select optionally. If you don't select mandatory, if user don't select, will be allowed to post the transaction. But as a consultant, if you make it as a mandatory without selecting the reason code, the system will not allow to the end user to posting the transaction.
Yes, that's actually mandatory is better, because whenever you need configure just gather the same information about this kind of checks, you can just easily generate,
Yeah, right.
easily collect, I mean. I see, I got it. Reason codes. Yeah, reason codes. There are codes. There are codes. Yeah. Ledger codes.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
You got it, right?
Yes.
And ledger region. The reason codes, we can use many modules. You can use for your account receivable module, general ledger module, cash and bank management, fixed assets. You can use many modules. Let us take an here ledger reasons, and here once if you can come to here. You can see this one. You can use for general ledger, fixed assets, cash and bank, account receivable, accounts payable. If you can take one of the example called check return. Check return generally where we used to happen, that should be the generally in bank only, right? That is the reason it was selected in bank. Okay, there you can see this one. Payment lost in email. Generally payment where we have an option that can be bank, that can be a customer, that can be a vendor. Due to that, it has been selected three option. There is no way right to the fixed assets. That is the reason we don't select that option.
Yeah, payment.
Yeah, right.
Assets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, and this is about ledger allocation. When you are having an administrative expenditure, if you want to distribute that expenditure to the source of the revenue, you can use this option and you can allocate it. Okay, and when you are going to post a sum of the transaction, by default, default dimensions will be there. When you are having such kind of default dimensions, you can use how you can able to select those default dimensions, so that when you are going to select a ledger account, the system will pick automatically those default account. Let us take, I'm going to post travel expenditure. As per company policy, there's a travel expenditure always used to pay by using petty cash. Let us take an example. When you are going to select the travel expenditure, you can make it default account as a petty cash, so that your offset account no need to select. System automatically will pick and update.
Okay.
Okay. And default dimensions. Default dimensions also same. When you are having by default, this is the fixed dimensions. You can update it in the ledger account level, so that the system, when you are going to select that particular main account in the sense ledger account, system automatically will get update those financial dimensions. Okay.
Yes.
And the next one we are going to discuss about what is the chart of account. In the chart of accounts, it is a collection of all ledger accounts. We used to call it as a chart of account. In this one, you can create asset, liability, equity, balance sheet, revenue, expenditure, profit and loss. Okay, you can create. How to create the chart of account, and the same chart of account you can use for multiple legal entity, so that you can save a lot of time. Let us take an example, Microsoft. When it comes to the Microsoft, whether they're doing business in US They used to do same business, like they used to developing the product, they used to provide the service. When it go to the Dubai also they used to do the same business. They're not going to sell any vegetables or they're not going to manufacturing any other product. So when they are having same line of the business, if you can use same chart of account, you can save a lot of time. And whenever you want to prepare a consolidated report, you can easy to prepare.
Yes. If chart of accounts are similar, just consolidate reports can be gathered easily. Yes.
Yes, exactly right. And we can generate, financial report. For that, we do have a one tool called management reporter. In that case, let us take, if you can see your financial reports, especially balance sheet and profit and loss account, we do have some common headings like our all account receivable, receivables, okay, all inventory into that one, our cash in hand balance, a bank balance. You might have 100 bank accounts, but all bank accounts, it is, will come accumulated into the one. So at the time, what you can do that while creating a bank account, you can assign by default as a cash and bank or bank or balance in bank account or cash in hand. Whenever you are going to use that category, where you have linked that category into the your ledger account, system will do the accumulate and will bring the balances. So by using the main account categories on here. And main account information in the sense, let me open the main account so that you will have one rough idea how, what are all the informations we are having on it on here. We can come to the main account on here. Here you can see this one. This is about the main account. In Dynamics 365 language, we used to call it a main account. But in our accounting language, we used to call it as a ledger. But both are same. Okay. Here you can see this one. We do have many options. You are creating a bank account USD. And what is that one? That is an asset. You can select the asset. And whenever you want to prepare your balance sheet, while creating a bank account, if you can select the category as a cash. When you select this cash as a category in your management reporter, the system will bring all your bank balances and will accumulate and will bring it in one figure. For that, we are using the main account category and other information. Let us take asset. Asset means always propose the debit. And if you want to change credit, you can change it. Or if anyone trying to use credit, if you don't want to allow, if you want to mandate as a debit, you can select the debit as. If you mandate the debit, if someone trying to select the credit, the system will not accept it.
That's good. Yeah, exactly.
System will say, hey, you are selecting credit. The system, no, you should not select the credit. Select only debit.
Person who doesn't know accounting can work, maybe just can do some work. Yeah, because system will help him or her just not let person do mistakes. Actually, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, even if you make it mandatory, even user can do the mistakes also. Yeah. Okay, if you don't want. Okay, we can see the sum of the administrative information. Let us take, you don't want to use this main account and you want to use particular date intervals. You can select, active from and to. Or if you don't want to use this ledger account no longer, you can suspend this one. Okay. By default, we are using US dollar. If you want to maintain some other currency, GBP, you can select GBP. Because let us take, we are doing a business in Dubai. Generally in Dubai, what currency we used to use? Arab Emirate Dirham, AED, right?
Yeah.
AED. But some companies will do payments in dollars. Some companies will pay GBPs. It means within the country, they used to maintain different currencies. So that you can, while creating a ledger account, you can select which currency that bank is going to do transactions.
Mm.
And you can select, consolidation. If you want to maintain reporting currency exchange rate, you can select. There you can select, user specific ledger account. These are all, multiple options we can find. These and all are we can discuss in the, chart of account on here.
Okay.
Okay. Ledger
Okay.
calendar and all this stuff.
Mm.
And here I can see the, journals. If you want to post a transaction, you can post those transactions by using, general journals only. Whether you are going to post general ledger or whether you are going to record vendor invoice recording, whether you are going to raise invoices to the customer by using free text invoice or sales order through journals only, right?
Yeah.
So how to create the journals and how we can able to control the journals and journal description. And while posting a transaction, if you want to know the balances, how you can check. And while posting a transaction, if you want to post duplicated voucher entries, whether it is acceptable or not, if there is any penny differentiation, whether it is acceptable or not, how we can define that thresholding, each and everything we can discuss under the journal setup.
Mm.
Okay. And the fourth one, here I will show you how to post, general journal entries, how to enter the transaction in general ledger transaction, because we can see so many fields. Okay. For each and every field, when it will be used, what are the information we should have to update it, and how to post multiple transactions at a time, like multiple invoices, how we can able to rise, or multiple lines, how we can enter the transaction, how we can able to make default offset account. If you want to use an approval system, irrespective of the amount, always one person it has to be approved. Then only it can be allowed to post the transaction. You can create the approval journals. And how we can gathering the data. We can use the voucher template. Let us say every month I am going to pay rental expenditure, or every month I am going to pay my electricity expenditure. So I can create a template. Whenever I'm going to pay, at the time I simply select this one so that the system automatically will get updated.
Yeah.
We can save a lot of time. When we are having some kind of the periodical transaction, let us say every month I'm paying rent. I can create periodic, so that whenever I go and run that periodical journal, the system automatically will create those journals.
Yeah.
Suppose if you do by mistake a transaction, if you post it, we don't have an option. Once if you post a transaction, you cannot delete it. Only we can do reversal. Okay, how we can do transaction reversal. And sometimes we will post some provisional journal entries, but that is not a real transaction. That transaction must be reversed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Opposite. Opposite. Minus side should be there.
Yeah, right. Suppose I'm making a cash flow statement. For next month, what I can do this year, this month I made 20 lakhs. I can post 20 lakhs in a journal entry temporary. At the end of the month, that entry automatically it has to reverse. I can create, I can select the reversing date so that the system will reverse automatically.
I see.
Okay. And what are the reports we are having? We can able to generate and how to retrieve the data we will discuss on here. Because we do have so many reports, you can see this one. You can go to the general ledger module. And here you can see this one: trial balance, accounting source explorer, voucher transaction, outstanding income rents, audit trials, financial report, dimension statement. We can see so many reports. So you can see different type of reports. How that reports will help you.
Okay.
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 And then next chapter will be sales tax. In this sales tax, we are going to discuss about what is sales tax mechanism. What are the types of the taxation we are having? If you can compare for US and India, what are all the changes it has? While creating and posting a transaction sales tax, how to create a posting profile like payable account, receivable account, settlement account. and where you are going to pay the tax, creating a sales tax authority. And once if you made the payment, how we can able to settle those transactions by running the settlement periods, sales tax codes, because based on the item or service, the tax codes will be changed. Some of the items it might be the 8%, some of the items it might be the 18%, some of the items it might be the 200% also. Let us take in India, if you are going to see, especially cigarette and alcoholic, on those, there it is the 150, 200, 300% taxation.
Yeah, single.
I don't know how much percentage in your country. What is the percentage?
Yeah, it's similar. It's more than 100%. It's excise taxes as well. We have VAT plus excise taxes. First, we apply excise taxes and then VAT.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Even in India, also, even if you can see the petrol and this crude oil also, the tax it is more than 100% because it is India is the federal system, central government and state government. The central government will collect some percentage, state government will collect some percentage. Altogether, will cross the more than 100%.
Yes, yes, yes. Almost same. Yeah. This is alcohol
So,
and what was it? Alcohol.
Just give me one moment. Sorry for.
Alo. Tabii. Tamam ki. Hozir keldingizmi? Hozir telefonim beraverman o'zim. Ana onlayn dars dedim, ana bolalarim oladi sizdan pulni sanab. So'mmi yo dollarmi nima bunda? So'mda hop sanab oladi. Nechundir sanab olsang bo'ladi.
Yeah, sorry. So about this taxation we will discuss, and then here we are going to discuss about the cash and bank management. So we'll discuss first of all what is the bank, how that bank activities will involve. Like we used to make different type of the transaction. Like we used to make wire transfer payment, check payment, electrical fund transfer. We used to receive payment from the customer by using different way, by using the credit card, by using the check payment, by using the online transfers. These and all are how we can able to create and how we can make those as a groups, like all payment into the one group, all receipts into the one group, all charges into the one group. We will discuss. And we do have some parameters. As I told you, reason codes, right? If you want to make it mandatory, then when user is going to reverse, the system will ask mandatory. The user must have to select. Then only the system will accept it. So for that, $2,000 we can go and select under the parameter level. And when you are going to processing the payment, what is the purpose? And when you are going to have a multiple account within the similar group of the bank account, let us take, if you're having 20 bank accounts in Bank of America. So their common information one will be there. Once if you create this bank group as a Bank of America, whenever you are going to open a new account in the Bank of America once again, so that the system will get updated, similar information to the master level. And how to create the bank account, how to create, bank purpose code, bank region code. If you are going to processing the payment by using the check, from where the check it has to start, what are all the information it has to be, print on the check level. We do have two type of the checks. One is a fixed one, another one is variable. So when you are having this type of the checks, how you can design, you can configure within the application. So far is clear. Do you have any doubts?
Yeah, it's clear. So far, clear. Yeah.
Yeah. And the next one on here, you can see this one. Suppose if you are using the fixed check, if you can order, you used to receive 200 quantity checkbook at a time, right? So how you can create the checks, and if you lost the check, how you can delete, or if you deposited either cash or check, how you can do the deposits, or if it is void unposted checks, how you can do, or if customer supposed to pay 1,000, if customer might be paid as a 10,000, we should have to refund that 9,000 balance, right? How we can refund the checks, how we can process, bank remittance. And if you did some mistakes, how you can do the payment reversal, and how to do the bank reconciliation will tell you. For advanced bank reconciliation, we'll share the documentation, because we need to have some files to import and alert, so that those you can go through and implement directly when it is required, advanced bank reconciliation. This is about accounts payable. In accounts payable, it means once if you receive the invoices, we have to make the payment. But when you are going to receiving, or when you are going to creating a vendor, we used to have one agreement with suppliers. Once if I deliver within the 30 days, you have to make the payment. If you make the payment within the 10 days, you will get this on so cash discount. Okay, and you should have to use this method of the payment. So these are all very common to the entire organization. So for that, what you can do that, you can use an option called payment schedule, terms of payment, payment days. Terms of payment means it is calculating due dates. Payment day, if you want to make the payment particularly on Monday, or if you want to make the payment every month fifth, because we do have some strategic things, right? So you can create. If you're having any cash discounts, you can create methods of payment, how you can use different methods of payment, right? By using a check, by using an wire transfer, electrical fund transfer. And while processing the payment, if you are having any charges, what are the charges it has, you can create those charge codes. And payment calendar, because suppose I have to pay payment on 17th of April 2024, but 17th April is bank holiday due to festival. If I don't make the payment, there will be a default or payment, late payment charges, interest, other things will be charged. To avoiding that one, you can select payment calendar. There you can update your list of your holidays, so that the system will propose prior to the that date. But the due date is 17th. Due to the holiday, the system will ask you to make the payment on 16th itself. Okay. So vendors group, because vendors, we do have different type of the vendors, like service supplier or retail or wholesales. You can segregate that one, and you can create accounts payable posting profile. That is an integration from accounts payable to the general ledger. This is an sub ledger system, right? So you can do that one, and you can create vendor masters. How to create vendor account will tell you. And this is about different type of activities we used to record, right? Creating the invoice journal, invoice journal setup, approval journal, invoice when you post multiple lines, how you can able to do that, voucher template, vendor master sharing between the two legal entities. Same vendor can do a business in multiple legal entities. So at the time, instead of going to create a new vendor, you can share the same vendor to the multiple legal entities. How you can share, and once if you record the invoice, how you can process vendor payment. Sometimes vendor will ask you to make the advance payment. How you can make the advance payment and edit open transaction. Suppose I have a 3 invoices, invoice 100, invoice 200, invoice 300. But while processing the 200, I have selected invoice 3. I was supposed to select invoice 2. So what I can do, I can go back to the settled transaction. I can select and reverse. I can go back and select the invoice 2 and settled and update. Editing transaction, reverse closed transaction, and vendor aging report. When you are going to check your cash flows on the accounts payable department, they used to know, right? List out the payment in between the buckets. So how to create the vendor aging reports. And sometimes we need to send some information to the supplier by using the print management like vendor statement or vendor payment complement due to the government rules and regulation. So those and other we'll discuss into under the print management act here. So far is clear. Any doubts do you have?
Yeah, it's clear. Everything is clear.
So what do you think? So it's a very similar to the QuickBook, or is there any changes?
Yeah, it's very similar actually, but it has more options.
Yeah,
More
right.
options.
It has the more option and more controls.
Yes, yes.
So it is an account receivable. It is very similar to the accounts payable. Only in accounts payable we are discussing about the vendor. In account receivable we are discussing about the customer. But the process will be the same. Okay.
Yes.
And then this is about budgeting. First of all, what is the budget amount? What are the budget controls we are having? How we can able to check actual versus budgeted reports? What are the modules we can able to integrate? And when you want to transfer budget from one module to the other module, how we can able to create budgeting registry entries? Okay. And if you want to know specific budget value, what are the reports we are having to check the actual versus budget, posting budgeting registry entries and accounting level entries we'll discuss under the budgeting module. And the next one on here you can see this one. As I told you, multi-currency. The system will allow the multi-currency. You can configure multi-currency. And when you are having a multi-currency, as per government rules and regulation, we should have to know currency revaluation. Like we should have to run whether it is realized gain or realized loss or unrealized gain or unrealized loss, how we can able to run, how we can able to find. We'll discuss under the multi-currency. The next one we can see the advance payment. We do have some prepayments, right? Like by using the PDC, post-dated checks. When you are having such kind of scenarios, directly the transaction will not park into the bank account. We'll park some of the accounts called bridging account. And once that check was clear, then that amount will be transferred from bridge account to bank account. So how we can able to create bridging account, how we can able to process advance vendor payment and prepayment deposits, ledger accruals. Like there we have an option called transaction called insurance. That insurance you are making payment at one time, but that service you are going to use for over 1 year of the time. So if you want to distribute the same amount into the monthly ones, you can distribute that one by using a ledger accruals. Okay, yeah. How you can able to configure it?
Like a subscription fee or something. Rental.
Yes. Otherwise, our financial report will impact.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So this software will support intercompany transactions as well. Post intercompany transaction, intercompany posting setups. Once if you post the intercompany transaction, how we can able to trace, we'll discuss about intercompany actually. The next one on here, you can see this one workflow. We are having different type of workflow. Let us say if you want to process 10,000 payment, I need to get the approval of Ajit. If I want to pay the payment 20,000, I need to get, from the XYZ. If I want to pay, $50,000, I need to get approval from the two people. So based on the amount, when you want to execute different conditions, we can create the workflows and apply it. So what is the workflow types, workflow configuration, workflow approval, how you can apply, what are the options in general ledger, accounts payable, account receivable, how we can manage the workflow. We'll discuss under the workflow models.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Somebody
is
will.
for finance. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, workflow council just control. Somebody will approve it, then it goes to the next level, something like that. As I understand, workflow control.
Exactly. If it is not approved, the person cannot post the transaction.
Yes. Yeah.
So about financial year close. Every financial year we need to close and we need to finalize our financial year end, right? So how to create a new financial year, how to control the transaction closing period, and create and post closing sheet, transferring opening balances. We'll show you year end close on here. The next one on here you can see this one about the fixed assets. In our balance sheet, we can see two figures. One is current assets and fixed assets.
Yeah.
In fixed assets, what is the fixed assets? What is the structure it has? How the fixed assets module is integrated with other module? How the system setup? What type of information we are having? Two type of information. One is the financial information, and another one is the technical information. Okay. What are the depreciation methods we are having? How the depreciation will be converted, and how we can create those depreciation book. And to update fixed assets non-financial information, and if you want to lend, how you can do that. If you want to assign a barcode to the asset, how you can do that. If you want to assign a number sequence for each group level, like computers, for fixed furnitures or machineries, buildings, like how you can able to assign, and how to record acquisition adjustment, depreciation, disposal, sale. Okay, we'll discuss. And this is about inquiries and reports, and I will share some of the resumes for your resume preparation and to start your job. And I will share FRD document, what is the FRD, what are the content it will be, and how that fit gap document it will be, how to do, and what is FDD. In the FDD, what are the content we should have to update, and what is the user acceptance document, those document samples, user training samples document, and some sample resumes will share with you to start job searching. This is about list of content we are going to discuss.
Yeah.
So do you have any additional questions?
Okay. What was this? I mean, can you break down these words? FRD, FDD, user Excel transaction, UADT.
Yeah, these are all in implementation we are having different phases, right? When we are going to start implementing, first of all, we'll gather the information and we'll prepare a documentation called a functional requirement document. That is business requirement document. While gathering the information, some of the functionality might not available within the system. We have to develop that functionality. When it is going to develop, what are all the technology it is required? That is, we need to do fit gap, whether we can able to develop or do we need to do integration any other software. Let us say I have a client. That client is using Oracle, SAP, and Dynamics, and my client is asking to push the data from Dynamics to Oracle. That system will support or not. If it is supporting, what are all the tools we should have to use? That analysis, whatever we are going to do, that one we used to call it as a fit gap analysis. Once if it is fit, let us take, I'm going to use data pipes to pushing the data, or I'm going to exporting the data and we'll keep it in somewhere in SMTP. So once if it is finalized that process, you have to develop a document. This is the way I'm going to develop. This is the way where I can put the data. This is the way from where I can consume. That process, everything we used to make it as a document called functional design document.
Functional design.
Okay. And once if you develop, the user will sign off, and you should have to show the same functionality to the users. Once if it is showing, the users must have to accept it. Once if it is accepted, you should have to make a document user acceptance test. This is the functionality we have tested and working successfully. And I'm agreed, I'm signing off. The document we used to call it as a UAT. And end user training document. As a consultant, we are having all module access. But when it comes to the end user, they will not have entire application access. They will have a piece of menu items, whatever they are going to do their day-to-day business operations. That one we used to call it as a user training documents. And sample resumes. If you are going to start your job searching, how your resume has to prepare. So we'll share you some of the sample resumes. If you are going to put 3 years of experience, what are the projects you should have to add? If you are going with 6 or 7 years of work experience, how many projects you should have to add? What are your job summary? What is your job roles and responsibility? When you are in support, what will be your responsibility? When you are in implementation, what will be your responsibility? When you are in testing, what will be your job responsibility? So these and all will share some sample resumes, and then you can make it on your own. One resume.
Okay. Yeah.
Clear?
Okay. Yeah, it's clear. Yeah.
So do you have any other questions?
Okay. No other questions. I think everything is clear. And you are recording, and you mean each class will be recorded, yes?
Yeah, right. Each and every class will be recorded. The same you will get access, and we will provide a trial environment to do the practice as well.
Yeah, this is the key. You see theoretical, theoretical theory.
Yeah.
Knowledge, practical knowledge better than theoretical knowledge. Oh.
Yeah, right. 100%. If you don't do the practice, you cannot gain the knowledge.
Yeah.
You must have to create your own.
Yeah, human beings. It's automatically I will lose if I don't do practical things. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And tasks. There is a task. You will give me some tasks to do. And daily assignments will be shared. Okay, then. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
think it's clear. Yeah. Yeah. Practical.
So I will give you tasks as well. You have to do those tasks as well.
Okay. Okay then.
Okay.
Yeah. Clear. Then.
Any other questions?
Questions regarding the class when we will start, what time works for you, and method of payment, such things. Can we discuss, or what do you think? Hello? 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 Hello?
Power cut. Yeah, there was a
power.
power cut. Yeah, due to rains and hail.
I see. Okay, okay. I couldn't hear you. Now it's clear. Okay,
Okay. So I just
okay.
connected by using mobile.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Okay, then. What time can we start? Can we what
Yeah.
can we discuss about schedules, such kind of things? Actually, I liked
Yeah.
your lesson. It's perfect. Perfectly fits me. Yeah. And
Yeah, if you can tell daily 7:30 to 8:30, we can find. Or if you want to connect daily 9 to 10, we can. Please share your two options. You tell me which timing is best for you.
yeah, it was 7:30. Yes, 7:30 means yeah. Today we discussed it was 7:30. That time perfectly works for me. What about for you? And daily
Yeah,
training.
if it is a 7:30, perfect for me as well.
Okay, then. Okay, what about daily training? Daily training.
Yeah, the daily training, it is an course content we are having, right? We are going sequentially. Daily will take 1 hour session. Is it fine?
Could you please repeat?
No, I will share you course content and
Uh-huh,
will
uh-huh.
take daily 1 hour session.
Okay,
If
okay.
you want to, if you want to take daily 1.5 hour also, I can